Hello there, Internet. MegaMogwai here, and I got another video for you guys today. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna play some motherfucking Grixis. I love me some Grixis, and it's been a while since we played Grixis, even though, you know, Pig God Returns is technically Grixis. But I'm talking about standard Grixis, and today's deck is called Booty Grixis, in case you're wondering why it's called that. We're not talking about Chandra's rear here, we're actually talking about the username of the man or woman. I don't really know. I don't even know their gender really, but basically a viewer from my stream who goes by the name of Butt Shaper, I shit you not, his username is Butt Shaper, sent me this Grixis Midrange list. Therefore, we are going to name it Booty Grixis in his honor. What is Booty Grixis? At first, it looks like a very standard Grixis list, and that is where you're wrong, bitch. This is not a controlled Grixis, which is what I've been trying to make work ever since, not only Coreset 2020, hey, like ever since fucking forever, I've been trying to make Grixis control a thing, but it never really goes beyond tier 2 in my eyes, and honestly in the eyes of many, because it's just a little bit lacking. It always seems like an inferior, you know, little brother to Esper control, and it just does not really work out. It's not the most consistent deck, and it's not really the best resource to ladder with. And especially in this standard metagame, I do feel like control as a whole is just weaker than other archetypes, because decks are either very high tempo or super resilient mid-range builds, and it's hard to find a place for a control deck. Even what is the prime control deck, which is Esper, is not really labeled as a control deck right now. It's labeled as a tempo deck, as they do have quite a bit of proactiveness in their gameplay as well. I think in a way we got to thank Teferi Time Raveler for that, right? Unless you're something like Mono Blue Tempo or Simic Flash, counter spells ain't really that hot, and they're not gonna stay. They're gonna stay cold for a while, I guess, until Teferi leaves. So control ain't that good. I've been trying a variant of Grixis control, you know, very excited with Chandra, Wicked Inferno as an inclusion, and I had, you know, my early game with my Search for Scantas, and all sorts of 2-mana removal cards, Cry the Carnarium, Ritual of Soot, and it turns out my deck is very reactive, but it's not reactive enough, and it's very dependent on, it just can't keep up with all these decks, right? So what does this deck do differently? Well, this deck, instead of focusing on early game removal so much, and control, we just tried to have a mid-range list in which every turn, you know, we drop a huge threat. These two creatures make a tremendous difference to this archetype. Knight of the Ebon Legion and Dreadhorde Butcher gives us snowbally threats that come in early on in the game that our opponents must answer, otherwise they could very well just lose to them. And as the game goes onwards, we have a turn 3 potential for Thief Vicinity, and turn 4 and 5 and 6 is where we get quite mean as we get into the, you know, golden mana turns, it's English, of Grixis, as we have Daddy Nicol Bolas Ravager, Daddy 2, Nicol Bolas Dragon God, you know, double dragon action right here, Angrath as a 5th Dragon God, basically a 5th 5-mana bomb, and we have a 2 of Hostage Taker as well, which is incredibly good in this meta. I honestly don't know why people are not really playing Hostage Taker right now, because she's just absolutely fantastic in pretty much almost every matchup in Standard right now, but for some reason she fell a little bit out of grace. Thief Vicinity, I can't really say the same, because I do understand why it fell a little bit out of grace. There's quite a bit of flyers running around, and there's also a lot of very good removal that can deal with this and trade favorably with it. So Thief is not really the powerhouse that it was a few months ago, but it's still a very legit threat, and because our opponent must answer these early, you know, creatures, then the odds of Thief Vicinity going unchecked are definitely higher in this sort of build. And I do like it over Legion War Boss, but I could potentially change my mind on Thief. Thief is like one of the cards that I'm most iffy about with this deck, but let me tell you something. Hostage Taker is staying. Hostage Taker is just so damn powerful, and I just, like I said, cannot really think why she's not as popular as she used to be. We have Cast Downs, Legion's End as a one-off, and 2 Lightning Strikes alongside Thought Erasure, and the sideboard is comprised of all sorts of toys that can enable us to handle Standard really well. I did very I did very good with this deck list in yesterday's stream. I had a very solid win streak and was just very surprised with the power level of this. So let's talk a little bit about the sideboard, and then let's hop onto the game, because I got a 1 hour total worth of gameplay for you guys, because yeah, I had quite a few games and they were pretty good. As simple as that. We got triple duress, 1 extra Legion's End on the sideboard, 2 Noxious Grasp, because if you play black, you play Noxious Grasp in the sideboard, period. There's no argument for that. Elder Spell as a one-off here, 2 Direfleet Daredevils, 2 Chandra, Acolyte of Flame, triple Ashiok, Dream Render, and 1 extra Awakened Inferno. Ashiok Dream Render is my tweak to the deck. The prior list had 2 copies of Blood Sun and a third copy of Legion's End in the sideboard. I took out 1 Legion's End and 2 Blood Suns for Ashiok, as I feel Ashiok is by far the best answer for Scapeshift decks. Ashiok doesn't really represent much in any other matchup, barring like the fringe arc like Phoenix opponents, but Scapeshift, banned Scapeshift is a force to be reckoned with in Standard, and you have to respect it, and you have to make sure you make up some space in your sideboard exclusively for it, if that may be the case. And that is why we are actually running a 3 of Ashiok, which is otherwise not really a card that we're going to be playing in any other matchup, really. But even if it's just one matchup, that matchup is so important that we want to ensure that we can draw this bad boy and shut down that archetype, which is very relevant right now. And yeah, we have a really good sideboard that enables us to adapt to all sorts of mid-range, tempo, and also potentially, you know, Esper matchups and such. And it's very flexible, very strong, and overall I really like this deck. Very, very solid deck, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. I think for those of you who love Grixis, and I know a lot of you who watch me share my passion, my fanboyism for you know, the Nick brothers here, are going to enjoy these games. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop talking. Hope you enjoy the deck tech and it cleared out certain things for you, and most importantly, I hope you enjoy the games. I'll see you tomorrow. This hurts to mulligan, man, but I can't really risk it. Alright, I'll take this. I shall take this. I'm going to lead off with the Steam Vents. Can follow it up with a Drowned Catacomb. In this way, I can enable Lightning Strike or Thought Erasure, depending on the matchup. Is this Flashy Boy? Okay, never mind. Change of plans. We're going Butcher. Because if it is Simic Flash, it's more important to actually get a body on the board than trade this with a counter spell. Because odds are they're going to have more counter spells. Okay, I could have played around Syncopate, at least. Yeah, that was a mistake. That's annoying. I mean, what if he has another Syncopate? I'm gonna play this just in case. I prefer him to counter the Dragon God over this. Perhaps that was a mistake. Perhaps I should have played Ravager. Ouch. God damn it.
Please run. A chase stokes the your crew for my freedom. A fair price.
I could very easily just be dead here. Maybe that turn I should have played something instead of, because an unsummon here does me dirty. GG.
No fire, no steam.
What you have in hand? That sucks. We lost the ambusher. Yeah, maybe I should have been more aggressive and played Bolus to make it a little bit more awkward, or at least buy a turn. But at least now we know what we gotta do. We definitely want Triple Duress. We definitely want Noxious Grasp. I would say Chandra as well, because she is uncounterable. And I wanna keep my curve nice and low. I also would like Thief of Sanity. It can really be nasty versus him. Hasha Sticker is also nice. We don't need Dragon God. We don't need Angrath. I don't think we need Hash. I mean, Hasha Sticker can be good. Legion kills Brineborn. Yeah, but it's a sorcery. I'm gonna go with this. My curve is significantly lower. I have duresses, and I could try to, you know, board wipe him with Chandra. I need all the removal I can have for Nightpack Ambusher, because that's basically the creature that I'm going to lose to otherwise. I don't like this hand though. It's too reactive. That's better. That's better. I drop the strike, and I go with Butcher turn 2. The man could very easily have... Oh. He could very easily have the pirate. Yeah. At least we got a trade with that there. Okay, so I'm not gonna make the same mistake as before. I'm gonna play my land first, so he can't syncopate this. All right, we get it to resolve. Legion boy just putting in the work, baby. Okay. Not bad. On to game 3. Obviously, him missing the land there, just quite simply game winning. The problem is now we're on the draw versus Simic Flash, and I don't know, maybe the sideboard could be a little bit more fine-tuned for this matchup. Yeah, the knight is so good, definitely. You live in Spain? I do, Ashlesh. I live in Malaga. Going first wins the game. Yeah, that's MTG for you. I did not fix it the rest, Paladine. It was Sir Ascalot's fault. He just wasn't fast enough, and yeah. Ooh. We could see a Mystic here. This is an interesting turn. Because I could play the Dreadhorde Butcher, but if he has a Merfolk Trickster, he trades into it. Still gonna go for this. Okay, it was a cutthroat, but it could have been a trickster. All right. So the reasoning why I went for the power hit and not for the Thief of Sanity is because I don't want to get countered like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dress. I could just smack him again with Knight, or I could play a Thief of Sanity. What's my best option? He probably has a counter spell. I may as well just pressure him with a Knight. Did I? Oh, look at us outplaying this filthy Simic Flash player. Doesn't it feel great? Booyah! Oh, there we go. Ebon MVP, boys. Oh, that one felt good. That one always feels good. Oh, the dress. Yeah. I'm like looking at my chat and maybe was like, dress! And I'm like, I played dress. Okay. You redeemed yourself, Ask a Lot. You officially redeemed yourself. Alright, the reason why I really like this Grixis list is because this Knight of the Ebon Legion and Dreadhorde Butcher add such really powerful early game threats that make it easier for us to get rid of our opponent's reactive resources as we curve out into turn 4 and 5, in which our plays are just kind of bananas, right? You know, with Ravager and Dragon God. And honestly, I missed playing Hashestaker. I don't know why Hashestaker is less popular now. Like, she's still fantastic. I'm not entirely sure about the sideboard. I think the sideboard can definitely be tweaked and improved, but we could start doing that now. I don't know about the need of, like, Legions. Like, I kind of miss something like Legion War Boss here, basically. And is Blood Sun... I mean, Blood Sun is a fine answer. The problem with... I actually don't like Blood Sun. I don't think Blood Sun is an efficient answer for Scape Shift decks because they can just bounce it back with the Fairy. So I would argue that instead of that, we go something like triple Ashiok. We drop down a Legion's End. I'm not even sure we actually need another Chandra, but I mean, it is good for control matchups, right? Take out the Legion's End, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, like, they've been okay. But just how relevant are they? I mean, what I like about Legion's End is that it's also good. It's also good against Scape Shift. I'm actually gonna keep Legion's End because it's also a good way to board wipe the zombies. Lesney Rutches and Gaud Gazella. First of all, think about your usernames and why you use them. I don't. Why did you have to go Resney's Rushfutzes? Like, could it just not be Lesney? And if that was taken like Lesney 12? Regardless, thank you. And Gaud Gasala, your name is a little bit more normal. But before it's like an actual, like, you know, foreign name or something. And I'm coming off like super xenophobic here, but yeah. Thank you for the sub, guys. I appreciate it.
Here comes the DJ.
Abadizan. One of the things about Twitch, man, is pronouncing certain usernames. It's just, it's an adventure. Abadizan, thank you for the prime, buddy. Arigato gozaimasu. Let me take a look here. What else would I change? I think I'm gonna keep the rest as it is for now, and we'll see if there's anything else we're missing. I mean, the good thing about Blood Sun is that it also stops Escanta in the Nexus matchup, which I guess is relevant. Very relevant, actually.
Here comes the DJ.
Oh, well, let's go with this.
Here comes the DJ.
I would actually take away Direfleet Daredevil. The problem with Legion Warboss is that our early game is already like, it's not like the problem is, it's not like our opponent isn't. Legion Warboss is better for like a full-on control deck to have a resource versus other control decks, right? But actually, I think Direfleet is better here because we don't have the surprise factor with Legion Warboss. Our opponent's gonna keep, if they're controlled, they're gonna keep their board wipes because we have Knight and Butcher. So there's no point in bringing Legion Warboss unless we want to have like extra pressure, which I don't think is something that we necessarily need. Hey, Mister, how are you? Always good to see you live. Hello, Ziel. I'm doing quite. Sometimes I speak too fast. Hello, Ziel. I'm doing quite fine. I'm gonna be live today, tomorrow, and on Sunday as well. Murky 1010 with the prime. Thank you, Murky. You have like the most normal name out of like all of the subs today, Murky. Congratulations. You did it. No turn 1 Knight of the Ebon Legion, but I'm gonna keep this because I could draw into a swamp. And I still do have a turn 2 Butcher, right? Also, Moon is insta-wiped by Blazo. Oh yeah, the one mana. I don't like that answer at all. We do draw into a land. Unfortunately, it's not a black source of mana, which is what we want to see. Because this also means that my odds of getting a turn 5 dude there are not really okay. They're oh my god, I wish I drew that earlier. Oh well. We gonna Butcher here. We're gonna offer the trade. We're gonna be like, bruh, unless you want this guy to eat you alive, you're gonna have to trade me your Ramper. Yeah, you do. That's more like it. I mean, it still sucks. I'd still rather have a Butcher on the board, right? But at least we slow him down somewhat. Okay, so it is...
What a glorious day for Savannah. The only authority that I recognize is chaos.
Ah, fuck. I'm not gonna play Ebon Legion here because I actually want to. Because he can use his Domri's -2 to fight me, so I want to play with 4 mana so I can react with his ability instead. Now that I drew Cast Down, okay, I can just use it there. We don't have Lava Coil though, which makes Phoenix a very spooky threat.
Have at it, boys.
But the way we can do this is we can potentially force a trade with the Phoenix onto this. And by him going for Domri, and then we can go for Angrath and steal the little token and kill it. It feels really bad. It feels super bad. We also have Chandra to deal with it as well.
My wild beasts will bring your comeuppance.
Ever seen water your crew for my freedom? A fair price.
Oh, looks like you're all now.
I'm gonna use Angrath as a way to clear Domri and also sponge in some damage here. Oh boy, oh my god. Yikes.
Make all sail for high and dry.
Just hope I stop drawing so many lands. Okay, so we have to This dies to cast down, but I've already played one. What else do you die to? Not the legions, and also not the I need to draw cast down. Otherwise, we're kind of fucked. But it also dies to Nicol Bolas. I need to play Chandra here.
I know who I am, and no one is telling me what to do.
Because killing off the Phoenix is more difficult.
Utterly is the best way to destroy things.
So I'm going to go with Chandra here. And hopefully I can draw into Nicky Boy.
Good luck while I'm gone.
Yu-Gi-Oh, baby. I can't play that at night. Oh well.
The immortal Nicol Bolas will perish.
I wish I had more sources of black mana, but I think maybe it's better to have the night like this. Oh, God, no. Oh, please stop. Can't you flood a little bit?
Behold, nature's true power.
Oh, God, nature's power. Alright, so
I will wipe your
what do we got
bloodline
here?
from existence.
Thief. Well, GG. Right? Yep. Top the skills too strong. Right, we definitely want Noxious Grasp for obvious reasons. I mean, Chandra was very efficient there. I also think Direfleet Daredevil, but he may not even run, like, he should be running removal, right? I don't like the idea of another Legion's land entirely, even though it does stop like the Crabs, the Growth Chamber Guardian, which he could or could not be playing, and the Ramp, but I think it's fine as a one-off, honestly. I don't like Thief of Sanity in this matchup. Legion's End for Phoenix. But that means I must combine it with something else. That makes no sense. Legion's End for Phoenix. That doesn't make any sense. Small Chandra. The problem is I don't like small Chandra against aggressive decks. I'm thinking about Direfleet Daredevil, and I think Daredevil makes sense. But I don't know what to replace her with, so I'm going to go with this now. Because I haven't seen as much. I mean, he's Gruul, so he's definitely playing Lightning Strikes and Lava Coils, but the question is how many is he playing? I definitely don't like Thief, though. Thief Vicinity is a little bit too, it's just vulnerable to everything. Well, Butcher can potentially get under him. Okay, so this is a pretty... It's got a lot of reactiveness, but it's also got turn 2 Dreadhorde Butcher. So unless we see a turn 1 Elf, we should be able to lead off with this and apply some immediate pressure, which is always a nice thing. And we'll see. Noxious Grasp is just amazing in this matchup. Okay, there is a turn 1. Oh. That's annoying. That's annoying. That's really annoying. He's playing Elf and Arboreal Grazer. I'm gonna keep the cast down for the Skargan Hellkite. Yeah, this thing actually stops my... This thing counters my Butcher really well. Alright, so I guess now's the turn to go for Ravager. Wow, so he's playing Chandra as well. I really don't want to waste removal on this Grazer. So, I either play around Skargan Hellkite or I play around Nissa. I think it's more important. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, man. Really? God damn it. Yeah, mega lol. I'll gladly trade with this, but god damn it! I thought, I don't know. I was like, maybe he has Nissa. And I just played into. Okay, so he's gonna go for that. All right. Well, it comes down to what we draw here. Shit.
Craze beast. Where do you see my mates?
Omega rip.
We will rise.
I mean, it was a bad call, right? But I guess Nissa. It is a misplay if you think about it, because I could have potentially handled Nissa because I had a flyer, but he had a Phoenix though. That was the problem. That's why I was thinking like that. Maybe just going aggressive and using that was a mistake as well. But I feel like I also needed to pull the trigger and capitalize on the fact that he was struggling with mana. Maybe I should have just hit the ramper directly. I would have prevented that. I don't know. There's a lot of things I could have done differently. It all came down to that turn. I really wanted to like start building up my butcher. I guess I took a more greedy route. But I chose wrong with my resource. I should have gone for the Noxious Grasp. Okay, this hand is pretty sexy. It's not really a hard matchup. It's just that you know, I didn't play it. Okay, so I'm actually gonna pay life here just to get this rolling, because it requires an immediate answer for my. Okay, it's not mono red. I can play Surfer Falls here. Just to enable the Bedevil, just in case. This may mean I take more damage. But if he has like a feather. That's a pretty aggressive play. This is a tough discard for him, it seems.
All will bow. I am Death's master.
I'm gonna keep Bolus as a blocker in case he does have another Legionnaire. Lock him down. So, obviously in this matchup we want as much discard as possible. While Legion's End also serves good purpose here. Noxious Grasp is also good enough because it deals with Legionnaire and Feather as well. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to slap in the Duresses. We're going to slap in Legion's Lend. Do I really need... I'd take Grasp over, I mean, the good thing about Lightning Strike is that it one-shots the Arcanist. Like, this doesn't hit the Arcanist, but that's pretty much the only thing we don't hit with this. I don't like Thief of Sanity in this matchup for obvious reasons. I also, like, he's running Shock, so I'm not sure if I like Butcher either. I can take a more control approach with this. I think I should take a more control-y approach. Slap in some Direfleet Daredevils. Maybe a little bit of early game is still fine. I mean, I do like another Chandra though. Do I want another Chandra? Butcher's not necessarily 2 for 1. Not by any means, especially when I'm on the draw. Butcher's so much worse. When I'm on the play, I may put him back. I am going to go with Ebon Legion, actually. I don't like Butcher as much, because with Ebon Legion, I can use him as a blocker. You know, turn 3 onwards, if he wants to shock it, I can always boost. And he's like not as bad of a top deck because of, like, you know, the more I flood, the more I can just... Like, Ebon Legion is just a fantastic one-drop, man. It's crazy how good he is in this deck. Like, on paper, it doesn't seem like that would be the case. We have 2 mulligan this. It's 2 stacked as a hand. We'll keep this. I can return the Surfer Falls. Top or bottom? Well, it's certainly not something great. Okay, there we go. Bottom. I like seeing bottom. I want to see that dress. That hand first. Okay, God's willing is definitely going to go down here. Nice. Down goes Feather. We have Dragon God enabled. And it's going to go down to Devout Decree, which is a little bit sad, but what are you going to do? At least I'll get a 2-for-1 trade on it. Or maybe I'll just, I mean, there's so many ways you can counter this. He has so many lands at this point that the relevant thing is just to do this.
The whole of the multiverse will bend to my suffer for your cause. Defiance is infuriating.
If you haven't heard of me, get ready to meet. No pressure. You're gonna be sorry when I come back.
Party pooper.
Can't for freighter. Here comes the DJ. Here comes the DJ.
I love that Legion's End enables me to also look at his hand. That's pretty neat.
Spark will be mine. I have other schemes to attend to. Let your
Weak minds crumble.
My revenge will be paid by intellect without limit. Please run. A chase stokes the forge. No fire, no steel.
I mean, a turn 1 Ebon Legion into a turn 2 Butcher. Is it my birthday? Oh boy, this start. This start is nutty. Wow, this deck is cool. This deck is really cool. Well, now is when we die to like a... Well, we don't get wrecked by a Cry of the Carnarium. That much is true. Yeah, Cry of the Carnarium doesn't do anything here. That's beautiful. Oh, you fucking... God damn it. Okay. I'm paying the life because I don't want to reveal the fact. I don't want to reveal this last card. I want to keep him guessing. Oh, don't wrath me. The problem is, like, if I don't play this Ravager, he could. Okay, that's not wrath. Ooh. Well, he didn't have the wrath there, or he doesn't have the black source of mana. I'm close to being able to flip Ravager here. Ooh. That's a juicy top deck.
Here be monsters. Your crew for my freedom? A fair price.
I'm gonna try to protect Angrath here. Emphasis on the try. Like, if he has any sort of answer for Ravager, then his soldier there will clear through. Okay, the fairy has to tuck Ravager.
I won't hide from the... You need to take a time out.
But at least by doing this,
I'll have
I guarantee
you
my
in
ability
chains
to
next time.
deal with the fairy.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
He's main decking. What?
I will spare you. In exchange, my schemes have been foiled. My schemes are never ending.
Oh! Attaboy, there we go. Alright, so we obviously won Noxious Grasp because it can enable us to kill Hero Percent 1 and Teferi. We won the Duresses as well. I would say Elder Spell too. I like Chandra, Wicked Inferno, very good in this matchup. We can board wipe a Hero Percent board and we can put a clock on the opponent. Both work. And how about that Chandra Acolyte of Flame? I also like that quite a bit too. I'll take these out. I'll take out a couple of, I'll take out the Butchers, I think, because even though they put in the work there, now that I'm on the draw, they're not as good. I can go 2 and 2, though. But I really would like Chandra here. Hostage Taker seems fine as well. Yeah, I like the idea of going with this. No legions for the tokens? No. No. That's way too specific. I do not want such a specific card for this matchup. I'm gonna keep this. It's low on mana, but as long as we don't get Thought Erasured, we can Surveil next turn. We can Duress here. Oh boy. Okay, D-Spark. Double D-Spark. Definitely gonna take out a Teferi. I want to take down both Teferis. I mean, do I want to take out both Teferis? Just how relevant is this, though? Actually, I think I want to take out a D-Spark. No, because with Chandra, what we can do is with Chandra, we can actually start recycling these discard effects. I'm gonna take out the Teferis. Beautiful. Well, not exactly beautiful because I can't really. I still need to keep this hand, but I can't cast Chandra because I need a second source of red mana. Come on, baby. I need that. I need a second land, then I would be able to. Come on, come on. Oh my god, not like this.
Hey, don't start any fires without me. Mother Ludi always say, fight fire with fire.
Look at all that removal that he's packing.
Time to sleep for a week.
Oh my god, dude. There we go.
Will resonate throughout the multi. No! Inconceivable! You have no weakness I cannot exploit. Time, Planeswalker. I will wipe your bloodline
From existence!
you eons ago. My presence alone will cut fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
I mean, I just gotta kill Eugene here. Unfortunately, I'm gonna trade with this. Much I can do about it, right? The question is, do I go with Chandra or do I go with Dragon God? I think I'm better off killing it with Chandra, honestly.
Let's make this quick. I've got other things to burn. Glad I could help with your not being on fire problem.
Yeah, I like the idea of using. I have another Chandra in the deck, anyways.
You're gonna be sorry when I come back.
I'm gonna play Ravager first.
Let's slow this down. We will meet again. Keep up the pace.
Welp. Nice try, buddy. That totally. You really want that card, don't you? You really want that card. I hate giving it to you. Wreck up arrow.